Hello. How's it going? Another week. Good to see you. Good to get to talk to you. Another week. I think this is the fourth video blog already. It's kind of funny to think about it. So today is Tuesday, 22nd of July. And every time I do this, the day after, 2 days afterwards, I feel like super inspired. I want to do more. And then by the next week, it feels a bit difficult again. Like I'm restarting from scratch. I don't know. I wonder if that means, kind of like going to the gym or, training, jogging, like once per week is not just quite enough to get the routine going. I don't know. But the week's been good. Quite emotionally intense in many ways, but good. So on a technical level, kind of the recap. I released a song on Friday, Dancing with the Souls. No video, at least not yet. I actually have an amazing idea for the video, but it was like a big production, like with dancers and outfits and locations, and not impossible, but just a lot of people who need to be dressed. There's a choreography, a story. So I just realized that at least not now. But if there would be an opportunity to finance and figure out the time and the team and everything, I'd love to do it because the idea is great. And that, yeah, so I'll get back to that. Like the problematics behind like having these ideas and actually starting to believe in your ideas and your capability of kind of create those, and then kind of the harsh reality of, but creating your ideas, making those kind of come into life, into this world, being the alchemist, like from the world of Plato's ideas, and just downloading and alchemizing that vision into something tangible, such as a video. I've started to actually like doing these video journals, and since I started working with my intern, that was a few weeks. It's been like 5 weeks now, so a bit more than these. Yeah, but they think good things take time and focus and effort, and I'd love to do the video if the right situation comes. But yeah, so it was interesting putting the song out on Friday, and then I had another home concert on Saturday here in London. And both of those, like, I was a bit hesitant about the song Dancing with the Souls. But then the morning on Friday, when it, was on Spotify, and then I was sitting, listening to it, watching the cover photo, and I was like, whoa, this is actually kind of better than I was expecting. I hadn't listened to the song since we kind of submitted it a few weeks back, and I had also kind of gotten kind of accustomed, or the photos. I had been seeing those photos for a couple of months or something. So, but then suddenly when it was there on Spotify and listening to it, and also the way kind of like those streaming services can pack the audio file, it sounds always slightly different, and we could kind of go and nerd out full time regarding that stuff, but I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, so actually I was like positively surprised, like, wow, I actually created this, and actually the song made me feel as I kind of hoped it would. And to have that kind of, that level of like emotional honesty is also sometimes difficult. That if you're honest about like how does your own music make you feel when it's done, and to always kind of keep on returning to the emotional honesty, because obviously like if music doesn't make you feel, then I don't know what's the kind of the point. But yeah, so it felt good and I was kind of satisfied. But and then on Saturday we had the home concert, the third one here in London, and we kind of pulled it off quite on the last minute, but it turned out to be, and again, because you know, song release weekends are always a bit like intense and you can have all kinds of emotions. So it ended up being a wonderful evening with wonderful, wonderful people, and kind of my Europeanness really, there was something, you know, like it was like people from all over Europe who happen to live, work, exist in London kind of came together. People from Albania, Romania, Italy, Portugal, me from Finland, there were Brits from Slovakia. So it was just like beautiful, and to just share and how much like even in our differences how alike we are. And that felt so real when I talk about like my community being this kind of international community. Yeah, and there's plenty of those people, and that's kind of, yeah, it felt really good. And also because the song release, I'm trying to avoid the kind of technical talk about like streaming numbers and following numbers and watching numbers. But at the same time, I do understand that if somebody goes to my Spotify right now and sees how little monthly listeners I have, or how little followers I have, or the streaming numbers that absolutely suck, and I understand that they don't consider me to even be a proper artist. And if we talk about existing in the music industry or music business, it kind of does matter. And it's interesting now with the kind of, you know, all the news about Spotify seeing all, you know, selling stocks and buying like whatever, like weapons industry stocks or something, and AI music and everything. I'm not gonna go there right now because I just won't. Because as a small artist, Spotify kind of is the place for now. But so what I mean is that it's interesting, like I feel like, maybe I'm repeating myself, but I feel like I'm trying to go up in these stairs, but the stairs are an escalator going down. So I'm not even like walking up basic stairs. That takes effort, but I can do it. But actually I'm trying to walk up escalators that are going down. And that's how I feel with the algorithms and everything right now. And I feel a bit exhausted trying to always like explain again and again and again and remind again and again to my friends and family and relatives, kind of people close to me who kind of give the first push, just because they are my friends and family, the same way I, you know, support them in whatever they do. And especially now that I know that what I do is kind of good enough. I know I belong, And yeah, I know, like, interesting how the time is now going, and I feel like the rent is I'm only halfway now with the rent. But the last thing I'm gonna say is that, and I don't know, maybe please let me know if there's somebody who's listening and watching this that, you know, kind of, I feel like I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and also I have all this music within me, but I understand the game, and the game is so hard, and I'm just now trying to build consistency with everything, but I feel like I don't have even the time to be the artist and create the music and the art and the videos and everything, because everything else. But I know I need to be creating this, like, these videos and social media and newsletters and everything, and just keep on, so people would be listening and streaming and following and commenting, and because otherwise that's the game. Those are the rules right now, and I accept the rules, but it's hard. It's hard. Okay, but we continue. The rising has started, and I keep on showing up. And that's the practice for now. Okay, I'm over time. Thank you. Have a nice week. Bye.